G'day YouTube, how the heck are we doing? It is Foul Play here, and we're back for the fifth and final match of this Pauper League. We are versing Walker here again, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume he is on Grixis Affinity, as he was just before when we versed him 2 or 3 matches ago. So yeah, turn 1, Scout and Pass. Alright, and a tapped bridge for our opponent in the first turn. So we'll just go ahead and Utopia Sprawl over here for white. Then we will Rancor plus Cartouche. Cartouche playing around a Chainer's Edict and attack for 4. Next turn, Ethereal Armor, ready to join the party. Really good draw, that Ethereal. Don't mind it. Alright, opponent plays Vault of Whispers and Gitaxian Infiltrator, and we find another Ethereal Armor. Well, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to cast that one, but we can go ahead and attack for 8 here. That's pretty good. No blocks from the opponent. Alright, so Deadly Dispute sacking the Vault of Whispers, buffing the Infiltrator. Treasure token here. And we find Ash Barrens. So let's go ahead and Ethereal Armor here, which is going to be lethal. Opponent concedes. Reminder as well, guys, if you do enjoy the video or find it entertaining, informative, please consider subscribing to help support the channel. So I've got one better than just a random affinity deck list. I just looked up the recent tournament of results for our opponent, and on the 19th, so 10 days ago, this was the affinity list they were on. Was indeed running 2 Shaman in the main deck. Infiltrator, Artificier, oh that's good one. This guy's annoying. Creates a land becomes a creature, and that land is like an indestructible land, and it's just very frustrating. So you can see here, no Chainer's Edict. Counterspell, Deadly Dispute, Thoughtcast, but no Chainer's Edict. So that's very important information. So it's mostly Shaman we're worrying about. Sideboard, Unexpected Fangs, Fairy Macabre, Makeshift Munitions, turn aside, so no edict effects. That's very, very important. So given this detailed information, I will update my sideboarding a little bit here. So definitely bring in Crimson Acolyte. Protection from red does not get swept by the Shaman that our opponent has. After that, I guess we don't really have to do anything. We can if we want to. Like, maybe we can bring in a Crucifix Insight for a mask, just because. Yeah, let's try that. I see. We don't need the Young Wolves anymore, apparently, so Young Wolves can stay in the sideboard and we don't have to worry about them. Alright, so we see there's no creature hand, and we'll be mulliganing that one away. Sound looks a lot better. We will keep. Opponent keep 6 as well. I guess there's no reason to do it like that. We can bottom the Ash Barrens instead. Alright, so opponent tap land, passing to us, and let's not expose our creature to a turn 1 sweeping effect. Let's make our opponent do it instant speed. Maybe it's incorrect and we want to force the issue a little bit, but alright, so here we are, Bogle. Maybe this gives the opponent the read that we just drew our second land. Negate. Alright, well that's a pretty bad one to lose. So I suppose in this spot we are 1 aura down from where we could be. And opponent casts Smash to Dust. Deals 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. And, well, this is awkward. I guess we were playing around the right thing. We just did it a turn too late. And the addition of counter magic to this deck, I think, maybe makes our line a little more precarious. So there is Cluck Clan Shaman, and basically drawing to our 2 Crimson Acolytes at the moment. Alright, opponent, Unexpected Fangs. Sure, attacking for 2. Does that lifelink counter stay on there? It does. Wow, that's pretty strong. You got it, opponent. You got it. Creature. Alright, so I guess in our opponent's end step, we'll Ash Baron cycle. We have really good auras to reset onto a creature. Should we draw one? Alright, and Mirror Enforcer now. And Mirror Enforcer, 1 card in our opponent's hand. The beats have begun. Let's land cycle this one. I guess we get a Plains. It doesn't really make a huge difference. I guess this is technically cycling 1 Ash Barrens back into our deck as well. And, well, our library is not helping us too much here. It's a bit of a shame. Alright, so opponent gets an attack for 10 here. Maybe they do some other effects. We're on 16. Basically, we get 1 card draw, and we have to hit the creature, or we lose. So, it has to be specifically Crimson Acolyte. So, 2 in 45 chance, and that is not it. Smash to Dust. So that Smash to Dust is actually recent tech for our opponent as well. I did just do a quick check, and seems to be what it is. Let's take out that. Let's bring back in Mask. I don't know if I feel it. Like, you want the Mask to immediately add the power and toughness to the creature. You don't want to spend a turn setting it up, I don't think. I don't think they're interacting with us enough for that. Maybe there's an argument to minus like a Lotus Petal for 1. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. Going wishy-washy here. I don't want to make any big changes there, though. Alright, this hand is severely lacking white mana. I really like the Aura Suite. 1 creature. I think it's slightly too risky to keep in face of what our opponent's doing. We need some description of power and toughness, and this looks a lot better. So we can keep this. Ditch this. The second Rancor is going to take a while to get out there, but assuming they don't have Shaman in hand with untapped red mana, we do get at least a bit of power and toughness on our creature. Alright, so Blood Fountain and Armadillo Cloak. Now we are talking. Alright, so 1 more land would be really good for us. Technically, if our opponent plays Shaman this turn, they have enough artifacts to sacrifice, so that's scary. Alright, and we find Glade Cover Scout, so let's add a little bit more damage to our creature and attack in. Alright, and opponent's down to 7. We've got our fatty 8-4. We've got a backup guy. End step, Deadly Dispute from the opponent. Alright, and Icklor Wellspring. I mean, that's not going to be enough. Maybe they're just making that last-ditch effort to try and draw the Shaman, play the Shaman off the treasure token, and sweep our creature away. In that case, we get to play a second creature. We can't currently reload any of the Rancors onto it, though. Alright, so opponent casts Mirror Enforcer here. Silly camera. Second Mirror Enforcer, and I mean, land would be pretty good for us here. Plus a Shaman. Holy shit. Oh, they have the Shaman. I don't know why that was such a slow roll there. Doing it in this manner means they kill their Enforcers, but they're using their Enforcers so they don't ditch their mana base. Alright, fair play. Alright, cool. So our creature gets wiped. Opponent fairly far behind. Cartouche, pretty good draw. Don't mind that one. Alright, and pass threatening. Almost lethal next turn, not quite. Alright, so opponent plays Drossfrod Bridge in tapped there. And yeah, let's go ahead and Rancor and start attacking. Opponent with the counterspell. Alright, well, we still hit him for 3. Knock our opponent down to 4. 1 attack unchecked will do it. Okie dokie. And Artificier. Alright, well, that's a bit frustrating. I mean, we do need more lands, right? Well, that one's actually... Oh, are you kidding me, deck? You are kidding me. I want to hit another Forest or an Ash Barrens or a Plains or anything so I can play Cloak. Well, we just Rancor attack and opponent scoops it up. So that was lethal damage, given the fact we attacked with both creatures, and yeah. Alright, so GG's, well played and all of that. Alright, so bit of a mixed bag league. I think we were a little bit unlucky in the first match against Burn, where we sort of lost pretty hard. We lost by like a turn game 1, right? Won game 2 really hard, and game 3 we were 1 turn off of winning. after mulliganing to 4. So that was a bit of an unfortunate one. Then we got slapped by Ephemerate Tron, and that does seem like a difficult matchup. And after that, the second burn player was easy, and the Grixis Affinity player twice was pretty business as usual, especially now that they don't have Chainer's Edict in their deck apparently, which is very, very good information for us. If that's the case, maybe we can minus on Young Wolf a little bit. Like, the Cartouche Solidarity protection should be fairly substantial in and of itself. Once more, we did not see any action for Scattershot Archer. And then probably the most sought after card was Flaring Pain, followed by Ram Through and Acolyte. So those are the 3 main cards to be looking at. And I'm guessing that at the moment, probably making them all 3 ofs is a good idea. Alright, so I definitely think, yeah, bring in an extra Acolyte could be handy. Bringing in an extra Flaring Pain, definitely. Ram Through, maybe less so. Maybe like 2 Ram Through is fine. I think it's possible we might want to go up on Standard Bearer, so Young Wolf to 2. Scattershot Archer potentially to 2 or out. In any case, in the next league, I'm going to be changing up the main deck as well to reincorporate normal auras. So maybe that'll affect the sideboard, but I guess if you're going for a list like this currently, I mean, Acolyte's probably fine as a 2 of. Flaring Pain, I think, should definitely be 3. Maybe minus a Krufix Insight or a Standard Bearer here. I think leave the Krufix Insight. I'm not seeing too many matchups where we want Standard Bearer. Alright, so this is the basis of what I'm thinking for the list. I'm going to be going all in on Crystal Grotto. Some of my viewers have been saying that this scry has been quite good for them. So I guess I'll go ahead and test that one out for myself. That's currently at 18 lands. I think we want to minus probably 1 plains if that's the case. Maybe not. Maybe it's a forest. It's 11 forest is getting kind of low. So anyway, for the creature base, it's the same that I normally go with the 8/1 mana and the 2 Silhana Ledwalkers at 2 mana. We've still got all of our mana fixes in Utopia Sprawl, Abundant Growth. We'll be using Commune. I'm thinking this probably wants to be a 2 to a 3 of again. I have played this card before. I have liked it before, so we'll continue with that. I think this is wrong. I think we want 4 Armadillo Cloak. 3 Mask is potentially fine. 4 Cloak is just really important for when we run into burn matchups, right? So after that, we're going to be incorporating some draw spell auras. And these are the 4 choices we have. Cetizen Training. +1, +0, and Trample, ETB, draw a card. Cartouche of Knowledge, 1/1 and Flying, ETB, draw a card. Chosen by Heliod, only gives toughness, ETB, draw a card. An Angelic Gift, ETB, draws a card. Enchant creature has flying. I'm less happy about this one because it doesn't add any stats whatsoever. The plus side to something like Angelic Gift is if you don't want to splash for blue, for like Cartouche, for example, Angelic Gift allows you to play into Cart Clan Shaman decks with a main deck aura that stops the hate from our opponents, right? Stops that main deck hate from our opponent. And then maybe you can sideboard less cards in, right? In a situation like that. For me personally, I'm not going to be going for Angelic Gift. I think it's a choice between me just running all 4 Cartouche of Knowledge, and I am leaning towards that currently, or maybe a 2-2 split between Cetizen Training and Chosen by Heliod. So that's where I'm at the moment. Let me know what you think about the cards here in the comment section below, what you think I should be running there. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're excited for next week's video, and until next time, have a great day. I will see you then.